ancient Roman meals. Today we are going to make an ancient Roman meal of boiled eggs. We already have our dressing things prepared. We have our stone pine kernels, you now may know them as pine nuts, our celery that is chopped up, our honey, our white wine vinegar, and our salt and pepper. And we are going to make that into a dressing that is delish. I'm first going to add the honey and the white wine vinegar together because the liquids will mix easier this way. Now let's see. Honey is obviously slow, so we're going to have to help it out. Alright, that's most of it. And then, after we get that off, we are going to add some pepper for seasoning. Mix that up. That all. Our freshly ground pepper will be right there. And then we are going to add our celery. Mix that with our nuts. And mix this together. And then we will add our pepper. And that's decided. It smells good already. And I'm using a pepper grinder because the fresher the pepper, the better. Seems about good. And then I will mix that together and get the salt and put that in. And also, the fresher the salt, the better. And mix that up. And there is our dressing. Next we're going to cut up our eggs into wedges so it looks more attractive on the platter and so it soaks up more of the dressing. We're cutting them into wedges now, and you need to be very careful not to cut up your fingers because obviously fingers were not a delicacy back in ancient Roman times. Don't they all look so pretty cut up into quarters? Now that we have our eggs cut up into wedges and our dressing has already been prepared, we are going to add the eggs into the dressing and slowly toss them to help them soak up the dressing. Make sure that basically every single egg gets the stone pine nuts and more of the vinegar and honey mixture on. And we will set that aside until we are done. Now doesn't that look yummy? For our next dish, we are going to make a honey and nut dessert. We have our dates, our stone pine kernels, our salt, a little bit of honey, and a little bit of white wine. We are going to cut the dates and fill them with the stone pine kernels. And then we are going to stew them with the mixture of honey and white wine. Our dates have already been pitted, so we just have to cut them open with a pair of scissors. Our stone pine kernels need to be coarsely ground, so we are going to use our hand blender to do that. The next step is to fill up the pitted dates with the coarsely ground nuts. Now that the dates are filled, I'm going to sprinkle them with a little bit of salt, and then off they go to the stew pot. We're now going to add the honey and the white wine to the pan to heat it up a little bit. Our stewing sauce is heating up very nicely, so now it's time for everyone to get in the pool. 1, 2, 3. That smells good. We're going to let these puppies cook until their skins are peeled. The dates are now finished, and we're going to plate them up and drizzle them with some honey. Boy, doesn't that look good. Now I'm going to enjoy my Roman feast. Thanks for watching.